Hey guys, I just wanted to take a quick minute and show you that even though the sentiment out there can be very, very bearish, that there are still times when it can be profitable for you to to take that counter trend trading opportunity, and more importantly, to constantly stick to your rules. I'm going to pull up the euro dollar here, excuse me, on a 4-hour chart, and I'm going to draw in for you guys the Gartley pattern the bat pattern that my traders were watching, and that I was watching. I was pointing out to my traders. And if we take a look at this, you're going to see we ended up buying these up right here at about an 886 retracement. You can look left, and this is about an 886. This gives us a what's called a bat pattern. Those of you who aren't familiar with it. And I ended up covering half the position here because the market has really, if I drop down to a 60-minute chart, and I'm not going to do it, it's kind of failed to make new higher highs and higher highs. And we're also up against this previous resistance area. Let's just drop it down to a 60. I'll show you what I'm looking at. Market was up. You can see I'll draw in the line here. This is previous support. Boom, boom. All this support that was back in here. And that support, then if we look left, was becoming resistance. And the market was failing to make a break above that resistance area. And finally, I just said, well, I had about $460 or so of open position profit on that. And I just said, look, well, I'm just going to cover half of that position. And the market has broken above that, but again, we've closed in the bottom half of the candle. This is not a market that says we're going higher. It's a market that says we're going to have a pullback. And so my stops have moved to break even, and then I've taken about $250 off the table. And the reason I point this out to you guys is not to it's not to gloat about a profitable trade, but to show you that, everything, guys, that we were watching in the news yesterday was telling us, oh, the Eurozone's going to fall apart, and that, it's dangerous to own euros, and, all of these different things. The dollar's going higher, and then here we are at that exact same time. I know some of my traders were probably freaking out about, oh my goodness, I can't believe that we're actually buying this. I can't believe that we're actually going to get long. But look, it paid. It didn't pay immensely. I mean, we didn't skyrocket here, at least not yet. We haven't gone on to brand new structure highs, but there was enough of a retracement there that we could take advantage of it. This is a perfect counter trend scenario. I'll show you another thing that many traders may not have noticed here, but we have, I'm going to go ahead and, copy this, and then paste it. Oops. Let me copy, and then paste. Look at this 3 drives pattern that we have here. Beautiful 3 drives pattern on the 60-minute, right down into our buy area. And literally, guys, we caught this thing almost on the bottom as it rallied. We absorbed really no pain in this trade at all. And it happened in the overnight, too, so I was asleep, which was nice. But I draw your attention to this just simply to show you that following your rules will pay off. In the long run, if you follow your plan, if you identify the pattern, if you ignore the pundits, the talking heads, all of those people who tell you that they know better and who are paid a lot more money to tell you that they know better, if you listen to your own voice and if you follow your own plan that you've worked on, that you've proven is effective, over time you will be the winner. And those talking heads, those people that you're hearing running their mouths every day on the major networks are going to be the ones who are left twisting in the wind. They're going to be the ones that were sucking it up. I don't know anybody prior to yesterday, who was talking about a major collapse, or last week who was talking about a major collapse. Yet last night, if you had turned on CNBC, you had no shortage of people telling you how bad things are out there. Yet you don't hear any. I happen to listen to the news all day long. All day long, I listen to it to hear what's happening in any breaking news that might be happening. And prior to yesterday, you had nobody. The vast majority of people were fairly upbeat to cautious. And then all of a sudden we have a 500-point losing day, and out come the pundits, out come these people from the woodwork, talking about how, oh yes, they saw this coming, and oh yes, the writing was on the wall, and oh yes, I've been concerned about this for a long time. Well, where were you before we had the 500-point losing day. And the truth is, guys, that trying to base your trading decisions off of that is absolute. It really is foolishness. I don't recommend it to anybody. What I recommend is that you find a strategy that you can use to trade effectively in the market. And for me, in the and for the swing trading that I do, that is this pattern analysis. And I've been sitting largely on the sidelines, taking a couple of trades, and the last couple that I took didn't work out very well. But I've just been waiting. I've been waiting for the right opportunity to present itself. And here is a fine example of that. Recouping some of those losses, and now in a position where if the market continues higher, I'm going to be able to capture even more of the profit that comes along. So I hope this was valuable to you as I talk through kind of the concepts of following your plan. But what I want you to take away is follow your rules. Follow the plan that you laid out. If you've tested your plan, if you've done the hard work, if you've spent the time and effort and energy that's required on the front end to make sure that what you're trading is profitable, then over the long term, continuing to follow your plan is going to pay dividends. And it is that trader who is constantly bouncing from system to system, from this product to that product, from this room to that room, looking for that magic thing, that magic system, that magic strategy that's going to yield them, an 80% effective rate and 5% a month, or 5% a week, or something like that. That's the trader who is going to struggle forever, because the expectation that they've set is far too high, and they simply don't have the discipline to do the steps that are necessary in order to achieve whatever goal it is that they've set for themselves. So thanks so much for listening, guys. Until next time, good luck and good trading. I'll talk to you soon.